explain. This is Due to Bet Sports. Due to Bet Sports, it's your favorite show. Due to Bet Sports, where degenerates go. Due to Bet Sports, time to change your approach with Aaron Halterman and his father, the coach. Let's ride.
Well, the Associated Press is full of shit.
Hello and welcome to episode 1 of Slim Pickins on the Racing Dudes YouTube channel, where we're going to dive into NFL player props and how to be successful betting on NFL player props in the 2022 season. My name is Mike Saratoga Slim Spector. You can follow me on Twitter at Saratoga Slim, and I'm here to try to not just only talk about the players, but also talk about wagering structure, bankroll management, and the discipline that it will take for you to win this season. Not just with the player picks that we're putting out, but the mindset behind how to bet. I bring 30 years of experience in betting on horses and 30 years of experience of playing in fantasy football leagues, going way back to the mid-90s, where my guy right there, Isaac Bruce, I predicted his breakout year in 1995, so I got him on the wall because those are the breakouts that we're looking for early in the season to try to make us money, try to beat the house. And our goal with this Slim Pickins program and our halftime shows that we're going to have on Thursday Night Football, we're going to have special halftime shows that are going to be fun. We're going to build a community to try to beat the house. We got to beat the house. We got to win, but it's going to take a lot of work. So without further ado, we're going to start talking about what players we're looking to play early in the season. And it starts off with Justin Fields. Justin Fields, why would that be the first quarterback that I want to talk about? Well, when we're playing player props, it's not about how great this player is going to be and how awesome he's going to be for our fantasy teams. It's finding the bets that are going to make us money in the long run. Rushing yards. Justin Fields averaged 6.7 yards per carry in his last 7 games of 2021. He was over 35 yards in 6 of those 7 games. And 35 yards is our number that we're looking at when the props start coming out. He had a huge last preseason game. He was having a tough preseason, but now he looks good. And Justin Fields, you got to realize the Bears, they're going to be behind in games. They're going to be throwing late. And what is he going to also be doing late? He's going to be scrambling. He's going to be running, sliding, running out of bounds, and chewing up those rushing yards. So even if they're not competitive, he's going to do a lot of running this year. And I think Justin Fields' rushing yards is going to be a really good play early and often in the season. Moving to our breakout star from the quarterback position, it's Jalen Hurts. And why is he a breakout? Because he has the big weapon now. A.J. Brown, to go along with Devontae Smith and Dallas Goedert. He has weapons. A.J. Brown's one of the most efficient players that we've seen in a long time. He's like Tyreek Hill, but he has the body, and I think he's going to do a lot of damage in the NFC East. There are teams in that division where there's going to be some shootouts with Dallas, Giants, Washington. Are they really good teams? I'm not even sure. I think there's going to be a lot of shootout potential in that division, and I'm looking for Jalen Hurts to have a huge year. I don't know if I'm going to play him right off the bat, but I will tell you who I am looking to play right off the bat, and that's Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson in week 1 has the revenge game against the Seattle Seahawks on Monday Night Football, and he's out to prove he's still a top quarterback. He has a new team with the Denver Broncos. He has the weapons. I love Cortland Sutton this year. Cortland Sutton over, Russell Wilson over, first week, Monday Night Football. Probably going to be the parlay that I give out when we start giving out some free picks over Twitter and on the Thursday night show. Jerry Jeudy, Javonte Williams in the backfield. He's going to have the weapons, and he has the head coach. Nathaniel Hackett comes over as a top offensive coordinator for the Green Bay Packers, where in 2020 they had the top offense in the league. Not a long shot to really think that the Denver Broncos may have the number 1 offense in the league this year. I'm looking to play Russell Wilson passing yards throughout the year. We'll see how high that limit gets, but right off the bat, going to try to be focusing him on Monday Night Football. Before I go, as I said at the beginning of the show, we're not only going to be focusing on the players. I really want to make sure that the product that I'll be putting out called Slim Pickins NFL Player Props, will give you more than just the picks. It's also going to talk about handicapping, how to look at players, how to look at defenses, how injuries affect the way you approach games, and also pace is equal to game script. We'll talk about that as, I'm a horse racing guy, and what a pace of the race is really equivalent to what the game script is. Is this team going to go ahead? Is this team going to be playing from behind? Or is this team expected to be running the ball more in the second half? We're going to look at the wagering strategy. We're really going to be focusing on straight plays and 2- and 3-part parlays. Once you get past that, it really becomes difficult to put those together consistently. So having a high hit rate and using unit structure, our straight bets are 2-unit bet. Our 2- and 3-part parlays are probably a 1-unit bet or even a half-unit bet. So if we play those unit bets and keep ourselves disciplined with our wagering strategy, we're going to be making out way better than we are if we're going to play willy-nilly and you sit down on the couch at 1 o'clock and you say to yourself, hey, I'm going to watch the Jets game, so I'm going to bet Zach Wilson over. That's not our approach. We need to put this approach together throughout the week, see how the lines move, and also really figure out who we are going to play each week. There's so many bets, you have to pick your spots. And when it comes down to the other side of it, the bankroll management and the discipline, setting a budget, I really want everyone to say, hey, how much money am I willing to lose this year? It sounds dumb, right? How much money am I willing to lose? Well, that is really how much you should be allocating for each week. If you say, I'm going to put $2,000, if I have $2,000 and I lose that this year and I watch football, I enjoy it, we don't want to lose $2,000, but start with that. I got 20 weeks, let's say, to play $100 a week, $90 a week, somewhere in that range. That's really how you need to build up what your budget is and what your bankroll management is and tracking your bets. Last but not least, discipline. We want to have action. We want to have fun. We're going to probably play a lot of action plays on Thursday night football games, Sunday night football, Monday night games. Just have action to enjoy the games. Maybe one bet, 1 2-part parlay, just to have a little bit of action on the game. But the prime plays are going to be really where we match up, where a player is hot, we think a player is breaking out, versus a defense that's not very good. We're going to look at the injury situations that might help or hurt a player, and also see how these games are going to be playing out when we try to predict those action versus prime plays. And our prime plays are going to be those ones where we press our opinions for 2, even 3-unit bets. But always know your limit. The discipline of this all is knowing your limit, knowing what your budget is for each week, and not trying to get loose with your bets. And that's what I mean with discipline. So I'm really trying to be here for all of y'all that love the racing dudes, to give y'all another product to enjoy together, to talk about. We're going to have Thursday night football halftime show where we're going to be communicating with the community through the message boards. So get at me on YouTube if you want to see certain things. Like this video, you could comment below, and subscribe to the Racing Dudes YouTube channel so that you could get notifications. Turn on notifications when we go live on the halftime show, so you could join us on Thursday nights. Myself and Somobombs are going to be hosting that show, so stay tuned, because we got a lot of cool products for you, a lot of cool things that I'm going to try to do with NFL player props this year, and I do it all for y'all. So peace from Saratoga Slim. Let's beat the house this year with NFL player props.